104.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Let's talk about dating and being single, right? I got this the other day. It says, hey, Romeo, I'm a 32-year-old single woman with no kids, looking to meet a guy who also doesn't have kids, but eventually start a family. Not really into dating apps, so where do people meet these days? Any advice? That's a good question. I would go to places that I would go to bar restaurants is where I would go. I know a couple of places where I know guys that are in the guys that are like outside salespeople, guys that meet clients for lunch, places like that where guys go and take clients for lunch. You know, because then they usually go hang out after 5 after work. They'll stop by for drinks. I mean, some place that has kind of a casual atmosphere, great drinks, good food, and yeah, places like that. You know, I mean, bars, not really bars. That's not really the best place to go, but places where guys are out, you know, hustling. When I say that, I mean like outside sales guys, things like that. Would be your best option to find the best guy, I think, in today's society. I was reading this story, by the way, yesterday. It talked about today's dating world where single people they'd rather meet potential suitors online. I guess that's changing to some extent. Women are saying that they're going out and men aren't hitting on them, right? Men are saying the reason they're not hitting on them is because of the way the women act. You know, I guess a lot of these people women think that they're just too beautiful to date, so men won't hit on them when they're at a bar. But a lot of these guys today are saying that it's the woman's fault. They're not approachable. You know, and then when they do approach them, they just, it's going both ways. They're both throwing it, you know. Men are saying when they do approach them, they're not very nice to them. Women are saying men won't approach them. They don't know how to talk to them. So I don't know if that's happening in Bakersfield, but yeah. RD4254-7-7. That's why I said when it comes to being single, who's the problem? And this woman's 32 years old. She wants to go out and meet men. Where can she go meet men who want to start a family, right? Now, do we have a problem if these men won't talk to her when she's out looking for a man? I don't know. RD4254-7-7. It's Romeo outside 94.1. 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. A lady sent me this. She says, hey, Romeo, I'm 32-year-old single woman with no kids. I'm looking to meet a guy who also doesn't have kids, but eventually start a family, not really into dating apps. So where do people meet these days? Any advice? Yeah, you got to go to restaurant bars. Restaurant bars during the afternoons, during the, 5, 6, when guys are getting off work, where cats are, hanging out. Places like that. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Good morning, Romeo.
Hey, what up, man?
I'm going to tell you, man, you already know, like, this is Bakersfield, so they hit on anything with a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? So if she's having a hard time finding a man, that just sounds crazy.
Well, I think she's just not going out. I think I don't think she's out. I know a couple of women who don't know, who are having a hard time finding a man in Bakersfield, but I know why, because I know them personally. I know their specific problems. What's that?
To find a good man.
Well, yeah. You got to have a standard. So yeah, I agree with that. But there's a lot of good men out there. They're not really that hard to find if you put yourself out there. You just got to put yourself out there. Problem with Bakersfield is a lot of people go to the wrong places to try to find a man or find a woman.
Well, no, Bakersfield don't like commitment. That I can promise you. I've been out here a long time, man. I know what to do.
Well, there's a lot of shenanigans going on with men and women. I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
Yeah, man.
I'll give you that one.
But if she's 32, man, what does she think? She's gonna find somebody, a spring chicken? That's not gonna happen.
Well, what's 32? I mean, 32's not old. She can go find her a man in his 30s.
Yeah, but she probably gonna already have a family.
That's the problem. There you go,
find a man that don't have to pay child support, then you be on. That's what you gotta look for.
All right, man. Later. RD4254-7-7. So there you go. He's right. If she's 32, she's going to have a hard time finding a man in his 30s that don't already have kids. That's a good one right there. RD4254-7-7. Where do I go find a man? Rome, any advice? Yeah. That's a good one. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So I got this. This girl says, hey, Rome, I'm a 32-year-old single woman with no kids. Looking to meet a guy. Also don't have no kids, but eventually start a family. Not really into dating apps. So where do people meet these days? I'll tell you some spots in a minute. I mean, I'm out and about a lot. I mean, I know a lot of people. And, yeah, there's spots you can go. But just in general, you got to go where working people go, you know. You got to go where working men go after, you know, after drinks. I mean, after work to have drinks and hang out, relax, unwind. You got to go to places where guys meet clients for lunch, things like that, places like that. All right, let's see what Paulina has to say about it. Good morning, Romeo. It's Paulina. That is absolutely happening. And the fact that the 32-year-old woman is asking where all the men, where are all the men at, well, honey, let me tell you this. Men are everywhere. McDonald's, Costco, the bank, the gas station. There are men everywhere. And let me say this, Romeo. She don't want any of those men because they are invisible to her. Also, Romeo, women are to blame when it comes to men not approaching them. And that's the problem. And that's why when I saw this story the other day, it made me think when this woman said, okay, I'm a single woman. Where do I go to meet men? Now, here's my question, though. Are you going to approach these men, or are you expecting these men to approach you? Because in this dating scene, apparently in the dating scene nowadays, people are getting off the apps, but women are saying that men aren't approaching them. They're getting dressed up. They're going out. Men are not approaching them. And why is that? Well, I don't know. I'm not really sure because they're scared. Because you women are acting like jackasses and they don't want to come up to you. Or when a man comes up, I'm going to say this, and this is where it's your fault, ladies. You're okay with a man hitting on you as long as you're attracted to him. But if a man hits on you who you are not attracted to, you degrade him as opposed to just letting him down nicely. That's why men don't want to walk up to you. All right, 842-54-7-7. All right, Rome. I mean, all right, me. Or the 32-year-old single lady. Where does she go find a man? It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo says, a woman sent me a text message. She said, hey, Rome, I'm a 32-year-old single woman, no kids. Looking to meet a guy who also doesn't have kids, but eventually start a family. Not really into dating apps. So where do people meet these days? Any advice? I mean, my advice would be to go to restaurant bars. I mean, places where guys go and people hang out after work, lunch. I mean, guys who meet clients, places like that. I mean, I could give you a list. I would try Social House. I would try Saunders. I would try this Mexican joint out there off of Allen and Brimhall. I mean, places where people go and hang out. Casual spots where groups of people are hanging out. But then the question comes to, who's hitting on who? I mean, are you out there going to talk to these guys? I mean, women are saying it's hard for men to talk to them nowadays in these public places, you know? So you got to deal with that. RD4254-7-7. Yo, Rome, tell her she got to hit up Home Depot about 8 a.m., 9 a.m. on a Saturday. Can't go wrong with Home Depot. Good morning, now. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Rome?
Hey, what up, Ruben?
Hey, I got the perfect. I'm going to tell her exactly how to do this. You go on the outskirts of town in the afternoon and you hit the taco trucks where all the hard workers are coming home after work and stop and getting some tacos. Well, Rome, because you know if they're stopping to eat most of the time because they might be single because you know what I mean. Me and my crew, we don't stop. We all got girls at home or wives at home. You know, we stop every once on a Friday or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But if you got these guys stopping at the taco truck, you know, 2-3 times on the week on the afternoon coming home. More likely, they probably ain't got an old lady at home, and you know what I mean. You got a man that works there. You got a man that works, and now you got a man that might be single, and you got a bigger chance.
Okay. I'll let her know. All
You
right.
know what I mean? So
Yeah.
a 7 standard girl, you got all of them out there, oil fields, gardeners, street trim. You got a bunch of construction workers. You got people from Caltrans out there working right now.
Okay.
she
That's
find
fair.
herself one of the Caltrans guys, man. She said, Rome.
All right. Maybe. All right. Later.
All right, later, bro.
Oh, she didn't say she wanted a man to take care of her. She said she wanted a man to start a family with, right? 32-year-old single woman, no kids, looking for a man. Where does she go? I wouldn't. I didn't know where Ruben was going with that at the taco trucks, but I will say, you might got some workers out there. You know, might not be a bad idea. RD4254777. I mean, yeah, it's tougher and tougher. I mean, people are getting off these dating apps, from what I understand from the latest story I read. So now you're out trying to meet each other in person. Women are saying men aren't approaching them. Men are saying they're not approaching them because the women are jackasses. And so what? Who's lying? How do you win this game? RD4254777. You remember being young? Bro, you were hitting on everybody. Every place you went where there was a woman was a possibility of you hooking up. You didn't care where it was. You did not care. That's the old way of doing things. Now, I don't know. Men and women are having a hard time talking to each other, apparently, in person. Where does she go? 842-547-7. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. A lady sent me a message about being single, right? She says, I'm 32 years old, Romeo, single woman with no kids, looking to meet a guy who also doesn't have kids, but eventually start a family. Not really into dating apps, so where do people meet nowadays? RD4254777. Hey, Romeo. That's Paulina again. Let me ask this, Rome. How can a woman complain about not being able to find a man when they are everywhere? And this is the sad part, Rome. These men I mentioned that work at McDonald's, Costco, etc. are invisible because women like a 32-year-old woman asking, they don't want those men. For whatever reason, they just don't want them. And let me say this, Rome, those same men that work at McDonald's, Costco, etc. are labeled as creeps just because a woman isn't attracted to them. That make sense, Rome. Well, only has to make sense to one person. And I agree with you, by the way, Pauline. I don't disagree with you on that. You know, that's why I think a lot of men have problem approaching women because women are just they treat them poorly if they're not attracted to them. Okay, which is why I'm saying women are to blame for relationships not working out and not being able to find a man. Those men that these women are attracted to or deemed or are worthy, those men don't want those women. Paulina's not completely wrong with what she's saying. I mean, there's a lot of validity to the fact that you women, the men that you're attracted to may not want you. And the guy that, I mean, you got to be attracted, but attractiveness changes though after a while. Like this woman right here, 32-year-old woman, and I'm just saying, in general, a 32-year-old woman, what she's attracted to, a single 32-year-old woman, what she's attracted to today will be different if she's single at 40 or 42. Things change. You have to, what you're attracted to changes a lot based on your age, based on, your loneliness. It just is what it is. Already 4254777. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. I'm streaming 94.1 now. I've been away from Baco for the last 3 weeks straight. When I start feeling homesick, I listen to the station In a weird way, it makes me feel better as far as missing home. Have a good day, Rome. It's about bedtime. Well, where are you, man? You know, I feel that way. I understand how you feel. Not about homesick, but, being homesick. I get it. But I feel that way when I drive long distance. Like if I drive for more than 4 or 5 hours at a time, actually a couple of hours, to be honest with you, I can listen to music or I can listen to, a streaming site. Like Spotify or something. But after a while, after about an hour or two, I need to hear live people. So I have to turn on a radio station in whatever area I am because I need to hear live people talking about what's going on in the real world or what's just going on. You know what I'm saying? RD4254-7-7. So I get you, man. I get you. And I get the fact of being away from home that long, So I'm glad we can do that for you. Hey, Rome, brazenly instigating a man to step out of his marriage so he could see her. What? Oh, she needs to stop. She needs to stop. And he needs to get up in there and make love to his wife. Temptation is weakness. Yeah. All right. All right, 84254-7-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. Okay, so I got this, and I want to read about this guy. He says, "Hey, Romeo, you think you can get? I can get some advice. Thanks in advance." So I'm 25 years old, a veteran, have my own house, make around $90K a year, fixing wind turbines. I hit the gym 4 to 5 times a week and have a soccer game every Sunday. My siblings, all in their 20s. What do you mean? Early 20s, late 20s. And what are your siblings? Are your siblings males or females? They're either married with kids or engaged. And I want to know if they are married or engaged to their high school sweethearts. Okay? Those are a couple of key points that I need to understand from you. And I'll explain that once you tell me. Okay, so every time we have family functions, I'm always asked by everyone, when you bringing someone home? Me being the second oldest, I'm single and dating has been rough for me. I really don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've gone on 40 to 50 dates so far this year. Sleeping with women hasn't been a problem, Rome. Well, it's not a problem. Especially since you have your own house and a job. It's the creating a relationship part that I either get ghosted, flaked on, or I get usual text that says, "I think you're a very amazing guy with a great personality, but I'm just not interested in pursuing this relationship." With a heart emoji or kissing face emoji. It's frustrating, Romeo. Okay, so here's a couple of things I want to know. First of all, don't compare yourself to your siblings. And I'll tell you why, because you said you're a veteran, so you went in the service. And they did not, right? I'm assuming they did not. So they spent more time working on relationships while you spent more time serving your country, which changes, it changes your timeline of settling down to some extent, right? Because you were focused on something else. Second of all, I need to know where you're meeting these women. Where are you meeting them? And and how old are they? Because I'm going to guess. This is total guess for you, okay? I believe that your life is probably a lot more structured and stable, and you're a lot more mature than the women that you're dating. And I think that's where the disconnect is. If you're dating women around 25, around your age range, early 20s, to mid-20s, they're probably too immature for you and are not looking to settle down. So I would say, and that's why I need a couple of more pieces of information to understand, the age range and where are you meeting these women at. Dating apps are the worst. Dating apps are absolutely the worst place to meet women. RD4254-7-7. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. Why can't this guy get a girl? I'm going to read you what he said. He said, "Hey, Rome." He said, "I need some advice. I'm a 25-year-old veteran, have my own house, make around $90K a year, working on wind turbines. I hit the gym 4 to 5 times a week. I play soccer. My siblings, all in their 20s, either married with kids or engaged. I'm just guessing, though, that your siblings probably are dating or married. They're high school sweethearts, right? every time we have a family function, I'm always asked by everyone, when you bringing someone home? Me being the second oldest, I'm single and dating. Dating has been rough for me. I really don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've gone between 40 and 45 dates so far this year. The relationship part I can't get. Getting sex is fine, but they always tell me, hey, I think you're a very amazing guy with a great personality, but I'm not interested in pursuing a relationship. Why are you having so much problem? Why are you having so many problems? I believe it's the age range of the women that you're dating, and I believe it's where you're meeting them. I don't think dating apps are the best place to meet women or men. I just because there's too many availabilities out there, and you get overlooked on who you really are. But I will tell you this, and what kind of car do you drive? And the reason I say that is 20 plus years ago, I bought a house. I bought a nice house in a nice neighborhood. I had a brand new, for the time, it was a brand new car, a brand new truck. But I drove around this little POS 1995 S10, ugly green that my dad gave me. And I drove it everywhere. And you would not believe how hard it was when women found out the car that you drove, and they would just totally be turned off by you. But yet, you own a house, you own a brand new car. You don't drive it, but women would get turned off by it. It was unbelievable, the women in Bakersfield. Now, I don't know if that's still the same, so the house may not matter to these women. For some reason, a car is more important. But yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here. If I'm guessing, and I wish you would text me back, I'm guessing it's the age range of the women you're dating, and it's where you're finding them. I don't think it has anything to do with you. It's, yeah. Already 42547-7. It's Romeo. It's 94.1. 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Already 42547-7. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Yo, Rome.
What up, man?
No, you're absolutely right about the car and having a house.
Okay.
So this was probably like 2 years ago. Just got the house. I had a cool house, nice house, and for my vehicle, I had a 2003 Chevy truck.
Okay.
And yeah, it didn't work, but it was my work truck. And for some reason, women just got turned off on the truck.
Yeah.
And they would date these guys that had like nice lifted trucks and stuff like that. But they're living in
how old were you?
An apartment.
How old were you?
I was 28.
Yeah. See, that's the thing, though. You were probably trying to date women probably in their mid-20s.
Yes.
Yeah. See, that's the problem with women today. I mean, women in their mid-20s, like you said, I mean, they look at the wrong things, you know?
100%.
They look at the wrong things. A car's nothing. A car's irrelevant. A house is a big deal. And these women over looking at the type of car you drive as opposed to where you live. And that's really shows the immaturity of women.
Yeah, and I think that's why guys usually go for a little bit older women, because they know what they want already.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I said this poor kid, he's 25. He's probably dating in the wrong age range at this point for what he wants and who he is.
Correct. And, I think that's why they invented MILFs, I mean, you end up with those first.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but nobody wants to marry a MILF. Come on.
Oh, yeah. You do.
I did 4.1 the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Rome?
Hey, Ruben. What's up, man?
Man, you know what, Rome? They're calling you for all this, for you to help them out. Well, I think you need to do a little love connection with homegirl from yesterday, Rome, the one that was looking for a man.
Oh,
she's
32.
She's older, wasn't she? About like 30-something years old?
Well, she was 32. He's 25. So, I don't know. That's probably too big of an age gap.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I tried.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's probably too big of an age gap.
All right. Well, I was hoping you're gonna open up. You know what I mean? Look them up, Love Connection. You know, like back in the day.
I am not here. I'm not here to connect people. That is not my show. And never has been.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like that show back in the day. Remember?
Yeah, I know. There's plenty of radio shows that love to do that. They can go handle that. Not me. All right.
Yeah. All right, Ron.
Yeah, I am not the one trying. I'll help you go find your own love connection. I'll give you my advice on what to do and why you're going through this single life. But no, I'm not hooking anybody up. I'm not being on. Do you know, I will tell you this. I have married 4 people in my life. Like been the officiant. What's the word? Anyway, I married 4 couples. All right. All friends of mine. And none of them are still together. I am the worst. I am the worst at hooking people up. Okay. RD42547. But I will tell you how to hook up. I will give you the advice and let you go out there and try to figure it out on your own. It's Romeo. It's out of the 4.1. Out of the 4.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo. Good morning. What's going on?
Hey, Ron, what sex show you running on this radio station this morning?
What's that?
I said, what kind of sex show you running on this radio station this
I
morning?
am not running a sex show.
I might have to go. I might have to go find me some classes or something. Have a good day, buddy.
Later. Apparently, you just got to go find that last woman. She'll tell you, and she'll sleep with you to let you know what's wrong with you. That's something. Bob, what's going on?
What's up, Romeo, man?
What up, brother?
Hey, what was that girl was you talking about up on?
Say that one more time.
I said, what was you talking about up on here? About the females or the relationships and stuff?
Oh, some 25-year-old guy who appears to have it all going on has dated about 45 women this year, and he can't seem to get into a real relationship. He can get sex, but he hasn't been able to get into a real relationship. So that lady just said that it's because he's not good in bed.
But how you having sex if you're not getting in bed? You got to make it make sense.
Well, yeah, I mean, most women will give you one shot, right? If you're good looking,
if you pop it, you keep smacking.
Yeah, but
me, I'm glad I don't got that little man problem.
All right, get out of here.
Hey, Romeo, let's call that little man syndrome.
I know, get out of here. I mean, 40 to 45 dates, he doesn't have a problem having sex. Okay, so you're going to say she might give you one chance, right? And if it's not good, she'd drop you. I just don't believe that. I mean, I think if you're 25 years old, it's the women you're dating. Because you got to understand, right? About every decade, women lower their standards to some extent, right? When you're 20 as a woman, you think you're going to marry the millionaire with the 6-pack abs who's going to buy you flowers and treat you like a queen and do everything you want and you're never going to argue. Sex is going to be amazing in the bedroom and all of it, right? And then when you realize, hey, that doesn't exist, you're in your 30s going, well, wait a second, maybe he doesn't have to have a 6-pack. Maybe he's just got to have a good job and be loyal. I don't know. Romeo, it's out of the 4.1. Out of the 4.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, so I got this text message from a guy, 25-year-old guy, says he's a veteran, owns his house, makes good money, says he works out. All his siblings are in their 20s and they're married with kids or engaged. He's always getting asked at the family functions what's going on with him. When's he bringing somebody around? He says he's been on about 40 to 45 dates this year and he has no problem sleeping with women. He just can't get a relationship. RD42547. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Romeo, that guy, 40 to 50 days. Are you serious?
Well, in a year, yeah, there's 365 days in a year.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we know why he's not getting a relationship. He's only getting sex, right? Well, if the guy has not learned, A, how to go down, or he's got a small...
What? Oh, my God.
I'm telling you, I knew a guy for a long time. I'm in my 50s, long time. I've known this guy. He's good looking. He was with one of my girlfriends. They didn't work out as a couple, and I would hear him dating some random girls here and there. So I one time he asked me out, and I decided I'm going to figure out what's wrong with this guy. I found out what's wrong. He was smaller than my son. There was no way in heck we can have a relationship with someone we're going to cheat on.
I'm going to applaud you, though, for going the distance and trying to find out what's wrong with this guy. Good for you.
I had to find out. He's good looking. He was a good kisser. But my God, he did not know how to go down.
Oh,
and
my
I thought
God.
that maybe something else was in the reserve. It wasn't.
You
And it
really
definitely-
did sleep
I
with a
had
guy
to,
to
Romeo.
find out. That's awesome.
I had to figure this out.
I'm
That
glad.
guy has got to go take a class and figure out how to go down.
Oh, my
and,
God.
And I'm telling you, he's got to get bigger. I don't know how you guys got to do it, but you got to do it.
Okay.
And then it doesn't matter if he's short, it doesn't matter if he's ugly, and it doesn't matter if he's poor. If he knows how to give it, then we will take it.
All right. I don't, yeah. Okay. Thanks for calling.
It's true. It's true. Ask one of those 45 girls. I'm telling you, that guy's small.
Okay. Thank you for calling.
Okay, you're right.
I mean, yeah, I'm going to have a hard time believing that every woman in a relationship right now who's either married or dating a guy is getting the best sex of their life. I'm going to guess that maybe anybody in a relationship right now, maybe about 30% of you are getting the best sex, okay? I don't think it's always about the sex, but okay. Alrighty, 42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 4.1. Hot 4.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. Guy sent me a text message. It sounds like the guy's having a problem getting into a relationship. Says he's 25. He's a veteran. Owns his own house. Makes good money. Goes to the gym 4 to 5 times a week. Plays soccer. You know, all the siblings are in their 20s. They seem to have no problem being either engaged or married at this point. He's the second oldest. He said he goes out on a lot of dates. He's gone out about 40, 45 dates. So far this year. Relationship part is what's hard. He says the sex is not hard. It's the relationship part that's not hard. But I still don't know what age range is he dating and where are you meeting these women? You know? Alright, 842-547-7. Rome, what if the sex is bad? Or what if if he came back a weirdo, what are you talking about? Oh, I see. No, if he's getting the dates, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure he's fine. Romeo, maybe he has bad breath. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hey, Rome, I'm going to tell you what. Most women in that age range care more about the optics of it all. They would rather date a bum living with his parents, sharing a room with his little brother if he drives a Tesla. It's because the person don't see that fancy house or stability. They see the fine dude dipping in swag, hopping out of a fancy new car. Once they get past 34, they will be happy with the duster you just spoke of rolling up to that paid off house. Yeah, you know what? You're right about that. And the problem is, that's why I say he might be dating outside of his age range right now. Because you figure if he's 25 and he's got his own house, he got a job, the 20-year-olds, the 25-year-olds are looking at the optics. The 25-year-olds are looking for something that they can put on social media, not what real life. In real life, he's right. 34, 30s, real life hits you. You start to go, wait a second. Well, I need me a house now. I need me some stability. I need insurance, And you start looking at dudes differently. All right, 842-547-7. So I agree with what you just said. Hey, Rome, when I was in my 20s, I dated guys that saw I dated guys that saw the same as the guy. Nice house, good job, responsible, had 2 nice cars. But the flaw I found in him was he didn't romance me like I wanted. Sex is good, but the little things were huge for me. I found my person and saw he did as well. He was a nice guy, but not my guy. He'll find his person. And that's what I say. I'm going to say this, and you women might not believe this, but most of you are not having great sex to begin with. I don't think sex is the major factor. I think stability for a woman is more important than sex for most women. Okay, don't get me wrong. Like they say, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife because she's always trying to get the you know what from her ex. But I think most women would take stability over sex. Now, will they do that in their 20s? Probably not. But after 30, yeah, I'm pretty sure they will. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo RD42547. Let's talk about this guy a little bit. He was asking for some advice. He's a 25-year-old veteran, owns his own house, around $90K a year, goes to the gym 4 to 5 times a week, soccer games on Sunday. His siblings, all in their 20s, either married with kids or engaged. He is the second oldest. He says he's having a hard time, getting into a relationship. He says sex is not a problem. He's dated 40 to 45 dates this year. It's gone on. And they keep ghosting him after the dates. He just can't figure it out. What's wrong? I think women, and until I know exactly what age range you're working with, it would be tougher to ask that question. Hey, Romeo, and some of you guys are saying it's sex. I don't believe it's sex. I believe most women most of you women are getting mediocre sex right now. You're telling me the sex was great when you got with him, and now it's mediocre when you got into a relationship with him? Come on, it was always mediocre. RD42547. Yo, Rome, size doesn't matter. Okay. Hey, Rome, tell him the women these days in the dating scene, and they only want money. He's 25. Tell him, try dating older. He's not paying attention to what they showing him. That's what I'm saying. I think you need to go 30, 31 is who you need to start. You need to look in that age range because those women have changed their standards to an extent. They're looking for a little more, stability in their lives. They're a little wiser than 20-year-olds are not bright, okay? Especially today. 30-year-olds a little bit smarter. 40-year-olds doing a little bit better, okay? So I wouldn't go 40 at 25, but I might go, early 30s, early 30s, something like that, and see how that works out. RD42547. Hey, good morning, Rome. The problem with society, specifically women in their 20s, is that they lack emotional intelligence. Unfortunately, most of them are all about their looks. He needs to find himself a woman that's more mature, and that is a nurse. We care. We're compassionate. We'll put the benefits to good use. Yeah, but the problem with nurses is, according to the statistics, you guys are all cheaters. 94.1. 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo, my guy. He sent me a message asking for advice. 25 years old. He's a veteran, has his own house, makes good money, works out a lot. Can't find a relationship. Said he's gone to 40, 45 dates this year. Sex wasn't the problem. Settling down is the problem. What's wrong? Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Romy Rome.
What up, brother?
Hey, I'm telling you, if my guy got through 45 of them and can't keep not one of them, then there's got to be a problem with him.
I don't think so. I mean,
yeah, but you gotta think it's gotta be something because there's a lot of thirsty females out here. And if somebody's looking for a relationship, they're gonna find one.
Yeah, but it depends. See, this is why I can't answer his question, and I can't buy. I wanna say you guys are onto something, but without knowing how old these women are that he's dating, because you could go through 40 women in a year that are all in their 20s that won't like something about you, or they're on the dating app and they see the next guy who is flashier than you, and they'll totally go with it. They're not that bright.
You said it right. It's the dating app. See, that's new to me. Cause it's not even something I've ever dealt with, really. But I mean, that's just something that I don't know. Maybe the dating app is the problem.
I think the dating apps,
quick relationships.
Dating apps are the worst possible thing to use for a relationship because there's always a next person. There's always the next person. It's not like going into a restaurant and going, I'm gonna meet this girl at the bar. There's only 5 of them, so I got a 1 in 5 chance.
That's why they take the menu away from you after you order, because you ain't gonna be looking at anything else and maybe I just got that.
Exactly. But a dating app, there's 5 million of them all across the world. So we might need to hear or know some more details about what the problem is. I don't think you're the problem, to be honest with you. I think it's where you're finding the women, and I think it's the age range of the women that you're dating. RD42547. Hey, good morning, Rome. It's Paulina. Romeo, the man sounds like he gives friend vibes. 45 dates and not able to lock down one? That's definitely friend vibes. Do these women ever call back? It can be that he has a small, because if it was the case, why are these women going in the bedroom with him? Make it make sense. Well, first of all, Paulina, you don't know what a man's working with until you know what a man's working with. So you got to go jump in and see what happens. A lady called and said she couldn't figure out why this good-looking man couldn't keep a woman, so she had to go find out. And it meant getting in the bed with him, seeing what happened, and seeing what he was working with. So yeah, so you don't know until after you know, right? If this was a different kind of show, I could do an entire 4 hours on how you as a woman got with some guy and was disappointed when you found out and you never went out with him again. So you're right about that to some extent. But back to the 45 dates. You can go on 45 dates very easily with these apps today, right? And then you're always looking for the next. You're always looking for the next. You're always looking for the next. That's just how these dating apps work. Dating apps are not, in my personal opinion, are not for you to find a relationship. They're for you to keep looking for the next date because you just swipe. You can have 50 men or women in your queue right now that you're trying to get to, but dating apps are not created the way I see it for you to find love. They're created for you just to keep dating. Already 42547-7. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo. All right, what'd you send me here? Hey, Rome, the man never actually dedicated. Oh, we took the guy who's gone on like 45 dates in a year, can't find a woman. That man never actually dedicated time into the relationship. He's always worried about the next hookup. Out of all them women, how many has he actually took out on a date? I don't know. It's a lot of dating, right? I guess. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of other difficulties for the guy other than him looking for the next date, if that's what's going on. All right, 842-547-7. Good morning, Romeo. It's Paulina. This just goes to show how dumb women are. 6-figure job income, hard worker, has discipline and respect, and respectable and responsible because he's a veteran. House probably has a go out car and a work truck car. Women would still rather go for a man that is broke and making them pay for dates and for expenses. These women have no common sense by the looks of it. Well, but let's be honest about it. He's probably dating. He said he's 25 years old. So he's probably dating women in his age range. You got to understand, women between 20 and probably 30, they're not that bright when it comes to, well, let me rephrase that. It's not that they're not that bright. They're looking for something else, okay? A 25-year-old like this guy, he's looking to find the right woman, looking to settle down, looking to be, start a life, just like his siblings are. But nowadays, 2025, the women that are out there and the 25-year-old woman is not looking for that. So it's tough. RD42547-7. Hey, Rome, I'm single and looking, but I'm 33. I'm very much looking for a man with a job and responsible and all that. He should be taking notes of why it doesn't work out after dating 40 women, because if he's going for girls and not women, that's his problem, because we women are out here. You're right. I agree with you 100%. You're right. He's probably dating girls. But what is a guy supposed to do? What is a single man at 25 supposed to do if he's out looking for a woman, but the majority in that age range, his age range, are girls? You see what I'm saying? You're 33. It's different. And to ask a guy 25 to have to date women in their 30s, it's not really. I mean, it's not really realistic, I guess. You can't ask him to do that. He might have to wait for his 30s to find a woman in their 30s. You know, because that 25-year-old that 25-year-old girl he's trying to date, when she's 35 and single or 33 and single, she'll be a different woman. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. So this guy texted me and he was talking about, he having a hard time. 25-year-old, out of the military, got him a house, got him a legit job, got him a car, got everything going on. He said he's having a hard time finding a relationship. And he's got siblings who are in their late 20s. I think he's in late 20s who have settled down. I'm just going to tell you the reason your siblings have settled down is because they were focusing on relationships while you were focusing on in the military. Okay, so you were focused on something different rather than relationships. That's why, and I think he's kind of comparing himself to his siblings, but from a time frame standpoint, you can't compare yourself to your siblings because they were focused on something different than you. But now you're here. Now you're trying to meet women. He says he doesn't have a problem dating, works out a lot, stays in shape, But the problem is who you're dating. You're far more mature and responsible than the age group that you're trying to date, especially in Bakersfield. I mean, I know you don't want to hear this, but in your 20s, you're not really trying to settle down. You're looking for different things that, different than what he's looking for. I mean, it's just the reality of the situation. Good morning, now. What's going on?
Hey, what up, Ron? Seahawk Lou, man.
What up, Lou?
Hey, man, so this guy, he's getting ghosted after his date, or what's going on?
I think that's what he was saying. Yeah, he's having a hard time.
Wow, man. I never met no one that had that situation. It's usually the other way around, Ron.
Well, okay.
But I think he's just really ugly, man. There's no other explanation.
Okay. All right, Lou.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell him to come to Wasco. I'll hook him up.
All right, I'll let him know. You guys are idiots. What's funny is I get a bunch of text messages. Well, maybe he's got a small wee-wee. Maybe that's why they're not, that's why he can't settle down, or that's why these women don't want, or maybe he's ugly. Like, you guys are so immature and stupid. I think that's why I'm so much smarter than you. His problem is not that. His problem is the women that he's dating. It's not him. It's the women he's dating. It's the age range of women that he's dating. Okay? To me, and I know better than you, so just stop. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Hey, Romeo, are you dating a hot dog?
Yes, you're caller number 29. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
You just got yourself, first of all, what's your name?
Jessica.
All right, Jessica, you just got yourself a backpack from Rodriguez and Associates. Now, it's got school supplies in it, and of course, some of the backpacks have bigger prizes like laptops and different stuff, gift cards and things like that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, hold on a second, all right?
Okay.
All right, so we got more backpacks on the way. Keep listening for that. Let's get back to my man, 25 years old, having a hard time finding a woman in Bakersfield. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Bro, you know what I think it is? I think he overshares what he has and what he's accomplished, and he's just like maybe cocky about it.
Maybe, but
I don't. He might not be ugly. He's probably buff. I don't know. He probably has a nice body and stuff. But I think he probably like, oh, I got this. He probably does too much at the first date.
I mean, maybe, but yeah, okay. I mean, maybe you're right. I just, yeah. I mean, you could be right. I mean, that could be a turnoff for some women, but it's not a turnoff for all women. A lot of women are.
It's not, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I mean, you're dealing with people in Bakersfield. You gotta lower your standards a little bit.
All right. All right. Thanks for calling. RD42547. Yeah. Maybe that's the case. Maybe I don't know though. I think it's I really do think that it's the age range of women that he's dating. I that's what I think. I think these women are looking where he is in his life and what he wants. Women in his age range are not looking for that today. RD42547. Saturday 4.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Hey, Rome, you're speaking facts this morning, Rome. These women nowadays live in a fantasy world through social media. The filters make them look like the person they want to be, and they attract attention that they can't get in the real world, so their expectations become higher than what they deserve, making it harder for men to find a loyal woman because she can always get more from social media. You're absolutely right. I mean, that's why I said the guy, 25-year-old, he's got it going on, according to what he's telling me. And the age range of what he's looking for, you just explained it right there. It's hard for him to, it's easier as a 25-year-old man right now, if you got a little bit of money in your pocket, it's easier for you to get sex than it is to find a girl who really wants to be in a legitimate relationship with you. Because of them, not because of him. And I could sit there and tell you all day long, you might say, hey, Rome, men are the ones that, Seahawk Lou called up and he said it's usually the men who ghost women. Well, yeah, 30 years ago, absolutely. But things have changed now. These women are the problem when it comes to relationships, more so than men. The roles have been reversed. It's Romeo. It's Hot 84.1. Hot 84.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Already 42547. Would you send me here? Hey, good morning, Rome. It's Paulina again. Romeo, you and this 25-year-old got me thinking it probably is the age range. Nowadays, women want to spend their 20s partying up, sleeping around left and right center. They want to be free and not held down by no one. And what crazy is belief is that a 25-year-old veteran, when he is 30, is not going to want those women that he once wanted. Well, the thing about it is he's 25 years old. He's got a house, got a car, got a legitimate job. I mean, the guy's got it going on. From what it sounds like, he's but he might. The problem, see, when you say that, Paulina, is not that that 20-year-old or that 25-year-old, when she's in her 30s, is going to change her outlook on life. It's going to change her what she wants. Okay, because she's going to realize, hey, I lived in, like the last person that texted, she's going to say, I lived in this delusional social media world that isn't real. I have to start looking at me and what's real in my world, which is Bakersfield at this point. And he's going to have to wait until he's in his 30s to find someone in her 30s that is now ready to be a real woman and not, as you put it, Paulina, party girl. So he's the one. And I think what's really going on is because he did said he has siblings who are, within a couple of years age range of him, and they've settled down. And I think he's kind of comparing himself to his siblings, but he can't really do that in the relationship, from a relationship standpoint, because he chose a different path. He went into the military. They obviously stayed home in Bakersfield and chose a path that involves more of a settling down, it's just different, right? Different career paths as it pertains to finding a relationship. Okay? So I know I could explain that a lot better, but you guys know what I mean. RD42547. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo when it comes to being single, man. Single in Bakersfield, right? My man 25 years old. It says he went in the military. So he's a veteran, so he probably came out with a little bit of responsibility, accountability. Probably that's probably why he says he's got a house, got a great job, got cars. He's handling his business. Said he's having a hard time finding a girl. Well, and I think he's comparing himself to his siblings, which he needs to stop. He said his siblings are in their 20s and they've got relationships, married, things like that. But, so why is it so hard for him? He says he doesn't have a problem dating, but why is it so hard? Yo, Rome, it's time to go get an international girlfriend, Rome. Tell him to go out of the U.S. to get himself a girlfriend to bring back up. Maybe. Yo, Rome, I think he falls in love too quick and scares them away. I don't think that's what's going on. I just think they're different. You guys really don't. Do you guys really know why you're single? All of you out there that are single. I know why you tell people you're single, but do you really know why you're single? Somebody texted about social media killing romance, right? If you're in your 20s right now, if you're in your teens, let's say you're a teenager, you're thinking you're going to be a social media icon. You're spending your entire life on social media. 20s, probably doing the exact same thing. So when a guy like this comes along, 25 years old, is ready to, start getting involved in a relationship, he's already got the house, the cars, the job, the money, he's ready. His age range of women that he is looking for within their 20s, he's probably going 22 to 28, 29. They're delusional girls. They're on social media all the time. It's just he is not going to fit into that age range. So of course he's going on a lot of dates. Of course he's getting sex, because that's who these women are. Once you start, he's going to have to jump up to the next level. 30 pluses, who have actually gone through that 20-year-old stage and understand, have a little bit more worldly experience, more dating experience, actually understand the real world, okay? Not all of you are gonna be social media icons. For most of you, you're just stupid kids on social media, okay? You're not gonna be famous. You're not doing anything except being on social media and your 8 friends are watching you, okay? That's really what most of you are, all right? It's like all these podcasters. There's 2 million podcasts and like 4 of them make money, or 4 of them are, and those people are already famous. So, once reality hits in your 30s and you're like, that's when this guy's going to have to wait and find a woman. RD4254777. I'm telling you right now, and you guys don't want to hear this, but if you want to be fair about what's going on in society as far as dating goes, you women are more the problem than men, okay? And call it delusion because of social media. Call it delusion because of the internet. But anybody that sits there and thinks you're popular because you got likes from people that don't know you, you're delusional, okay? That's a delusion. Back in the day, if you were popular, people, you knew it because you had to face people in real life. And if you were popular or not. Now you just, this fantasy world of social media, this fantasy world of likes of people from some other country, or maybe they're a bot, you don't live in the real world. But when you're, which is fine, nothing wrong with it at this point. If you're in your 20s, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. But reality will hit you eventually. When you're sitting at home alone on Saturday night and you're 35 and can't figure out why no guy wants you, well, because all the guys that like you are creepy old men in marriages looking at you dressed in lingerie because you think you're good looking. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. All right, 842-547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 84.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo, already 425-477. Rome, this is the 25-year-old veteran and the 50 dates. Oh, this is the guy. He's texting me back. 50 dates now I've been on have been women from 21 to 30 years old. See, that's the age range, bruh. Women who work in law enforcement to school teachers to women who do nothing but stay at home. Okay, so now we're getting a little more information. But stay at home. And I meet these women either on dating apps or just cold approach, like at the grocery store, like Winco or Walmart, or at the bar. Places just vary. I don't think I'm cocky because I've never led with my accomplishments or wallet. Okay, that's what somebody tried to say. I have paid for every single date, and the 50 dates are only the first dates. I'm not including the second and third dates on more than half of them. Okay, so you are getting second and third dates. Okay, so the more I listen to everyone, Rome, including yourself, the more I'm realizing I'm dealing with women who aren't interested in getting married after 2 or 3 years. Yes, I think you said 21 to 30, and I think that's where the problem is. 20 years ago, let me get my timeline straight. 20 years ago is 2000. I think in I think we have to talk pre-internet and post-internet, I think is what we have to talk about. I think pre-internet, 20 to 30, was an age range where more women were out looking to settle down. I mean, they weren't going to settle down at 22, but they were willing to start dating with the anticipation of meeting the right person and settling down late 20s, maybe dating for 4 or 5 years, 3 or 4 or 5 years, and then settling down. You know, like he said, the women he's dating 21 to 30-year-olds. Those women today, post-internet, social media, those women are just in a delusional mindset that doesn't involve settling down, which is the world we live in, which is nothing. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is you don't live in the real world, because the internet and social media is not the real world, okay? But you got to go through that phase today to get to the point where you go, wait a second, this is not real. Everything I've seen for the last decade of my life on social media, which I thought was going to be me, isn't. So now I got to start looking in the real world. So that's what I think that's where the problem is, okay? I think everything you're doing is right. You got the job, you got the car, you got the house, you got everything, okay? I think you need to stop comparing yourself to your siblings because you took different paths in life, and yeah, I think you're just gonna have to hold on. I mean, I think it's the age range. They're just the age range today is looking for something different than what you want. But that doesn't mean I'm telling you to jump up into 30-year-olds because they might be too old for you, or 35-year-olds. They might be too old for you, okay? You might not want that. So I'm just saying. I think it's the age range. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the Rhythm of the Valley. It's Romeo. Hour 8425477. Hey, Romeo, social media killed romance. Did it? All right. Hey, Romeo, it's Paulina again. Yes, Romeo, those women are going to change in their lifestyle. I agree, because they're going to be older, used and abused. But what I'm getting is this veteran is going to want them after he was already rejected by them, because by looks of it, this man is looking to settle down and have a family. And let's be honest here. Women have a child at 25. It's much safer and easier to plan a pregnancy from their pregnancy. It's easier to plan a pregnancy than for a 30-year-old to do. I'm not saying 30-year-old plus can't or impossible, but if it's high risk, I don't know anything about that. And that man knows that. Why would this guy deal with that? You have to. That's why. I mean, I'm thinking third. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe you're right. But that just changes. But it still changes the dynamic of what the dating scene is, what the single life is today. You know? So I think it'll be all right. He can meet somebody in his 30s, early 30s, still have a child. People are healthier. Medicine's better. People take care of themselves more. I think he'll be all right. RD42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Would you text me here? Yo, Rome. I'm coming to the realization. Let's see. I'm coming to the realization good men are going to have to settle. I have dated a good amount of women. I got to know a lot of women and work with great, intelligent women. But honestly, Rome, they all have the same issues. They either think they're all that in a bag of chips. Well, that's social media for you. Thinking they're emotionally stable when they're not, and come with additional emotions instead of lessons learned. They want to be Miss Independent, or they're just hoeing around but acting like their wife material. Now, I'm 34 years old, 3 years divorced after a 10-year marriage, 2 kids, got my house, company truck, 2 cars. I cook, I clean laundry, all that. I don't need a woman, but I want a woman, not trying to be with a 30-year-old child. You're 34 years old, and I agree with everything you're saying. And the problem is, when it comes to dating today, and the single life, women are more the problem than men. And this is post-internet. Before the internet, I would agree with you. Before the internet, I would say men, when you were single before the internet, I would 100% say men were the problem. Women were not the problem, okay? After the internet and this delusional idea that women get through social media, I will say that women are the problem. And I agree with what you're saying, okay? But on that note, women figure it out. After being alone long enough, that's why I don't necessarily agree with more emotions instead of lessons learned. I believe that a lot of women out there, probably more women than not, learn lessons and become the type of woman that you want to be with, okay? It just may take a little longer. I mean, you have to. Unless you're going to be alone the rest of your life, you have to figure it out and change you have to change what you believe is real and not real, okay? You have to change your reality. And it happens. I know plenty of women in Bakersfield that are real good women, you know. They're in their 30s, 40s, great women, you know. They just haven't met the right guy yet, you know. And they will eventually. So yeah. All right, RD42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. Good morning. What's going on?
I got only one thing today.
What's that, man?
Social media killed romance.
Yeah, what do you mean by that, though?
It just takes the fun out of it. You know, everybody want to click to the left, click to the right. You know what I mean? It just ain't really about getting to know the person anymore.
Okay. Yeah. All right. I understand that. I would agree with that.
That's why everything is like the microwave. You know, you got to get it quick. Fast food, dude. You don't want to spend your time waiting to make a gourmet meal.
All right.
Eat. Get full. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll give you that one. I
appreciate that. Yeah, That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking.
All right, brother. Talk to you later. Yeah, I mean, he ain't lying about that. There was something. Here's the other thing that I will say about dating today is you don't got to put no work into it. Like he just said, there's no work into it. I mean, microwave meal sucks. Okay. But when you make that meal and you put that, it take you 2 hours it take you, 4 hours and you got a grill or you got to, make that gourmet meal that take you 5 hours, hey, it's going to taste a lot better and you're going to care about it a lot more. When you have to put in a little work for something, it changes your attitude. Your perception on things are different, So I agree with him. I think he's right. I mean, when you used to have to actually go try to talk to this girl, try to get her number, you used to have to go get a haircut every Friday or Thursday. You used to have to go get dressed up. You used to have to go out and put your best foot forward. You used to have to look good. That's a lot of work. Then you had to get a ride to the club. Then you had to meet a girl. You might have to try to get with 2 or 3 before the one would give you her number. And then by that time, man, you're invested. You are invested. So now that relationship or that possible relationship has more of a chance of flourishing because, man, I'm invested in her. I can't just I can't just swipe left or right and get me another one. This was a whole day event so I can go to the club on Friday night. I had to go get my hair cut. I had to go to the mall, get a new shirt. I had to get all my boys together, find out who's driving. I had to find out how I was getting some money together so I could buy a drink, so I can get into the club. Now, I done been turned down by 4 ladies already, but that one over there said yes. So now I'm in. I can't just swipe left and get rid of her. I got to go out on a date now. I got to call her a couple of times. I got to see what's going on. Because, man, if not, man, I ain't going to do that all over again every Friday and Saturday night. Yeah, that's too much work. It's Romeo. It's Hot 84.1. Hot 84.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo, RD4254-7-7. What did you send me here? Hey, Romeo, I'm 53 years old and I have an okay job. I pay my mortgage and have 2 car notes. Once these females find out that I make or pay for bills, they start asking me to help pay their bills just because we were having sex. So I tell them, if you get more than 2 O's, do you pay my bills? Oh, yeah, I don't know. All right. Yeah. All right. Hey, Romeo, it's Paulina once again. I've been saying this when I first spoke out. It's crazy when I say it because I'm also a woman, but when it comes to relationships, women, for the most part, are the problem on why a relationship doesn't work or they don't want relationship. Social media has ruined the woman's perspective on relationships, on who they think they can have and who they actually qualify for. Okay, yeah. And that's why I said this. That's why I made that statement earlier, Paulina, was pre-social media. I think men were the problem when it came to relationship. Now, Paulina's going to tell me I'm wrong, but Paulina is a little younger than me, so we're going to have a different perspective. But pre-social media, men were the problem. Women had to be, be careful of men because men would ghost you and dog you out and just have sex with you and leave. After social media, though, women are the problem. More so than men when it comes to being single, when it comes to finding a relationship. Because social media has given women a false perspective on real life. It's Hot 84.1. Hot 84.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. All right, 84254-7-7. Yo, Rome. How can you sit here and say that women have a false idea of real life because of social media? It's simple. Because you think likes matter. You think that comments matter. What matters is what happens to you in real life. You might go through filters and put yourself out there on social media, and you might think you're a 9, right? But then you walk into a bar in Bakersfield, and you're only a 6. Well, real life is going to smack you in the face real quick. You might have 100,000 likes on social media, but you might not get one dude hitting on you in real life because you're not really as popular and or as good looking as you think you are because you're getting this false sense of reality on social media. I just read a story the other day about women who who are talking about they're too pretty. Nobody hits on them because they're too pretty. Well, maybe you're not pretty. Maybe you got a terrible attitude. But on social media, oh, everybody loves me on social media. I'm so great. Well, let's see how that plays out in the real world. And that's why I say it's a false sense of reality. RD425-477. It's Romeo. It's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valley. It's Romeo. What's going on?
Romeo.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. What's up?
You know why girls are a 10 on social media?
Why?
Because you're not allowed to leave real comments. Because any comment deemed negative gets removed. So, of course, they're a 10. Because it's part of this delusion that only, fake positive comments make the cut. Get to the real world, honey. You take the bad with the good. That's part of the, bad things about social media. And that's what's corrupting people in the real. That's why I don't have social media. I don't like how it makes me feel in the real world because you just, it's half the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. That's a great point.
All the negative comments get removed. So if we keep it 100, now come on now.
Hey, well, thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
All right, Romeo, and tell them to hop over with the boys.
Oh, let them know. All right.
How you doing?
My gosh. Yeah, I mean, what do you? It's not real, And so when it comes to dating, and I feel bad, for a lot of you guys, even you girls that call me up, talking about it's tough being single. Because there's a lot of real women out there, and this is the other part of it. There's a lot of real women getting overlooked because of the delusion of social media. Even these men, think, oh my God, she's on social media talking about how she wants to all three holes or whatever and this and that. And you think you have a shot with some woman you don't even know if it's AI or not. So there's delusion on both parts. So legitimate dudes out there looking for a woman are having a tough time. And real women are getting overlooked. Romeo, it's Hot 94.1. Hot 94.1, the rhythm of the valleys. Romeo, we were talking about being single in the world today. A lot of you guys are having problems meeting the right person that wants the same things you do. Hey, Rome, let me just say this. If a woman is self-auditing herself as in she's a good woman, she's that baddie, or she's a 10, etc. Whatever nonsense is in her head, that woman is delusional because whatever nonsense is in her head isn't what a man is viewing. She can say she's a 10 all day, but if a man like that 25-year-old who has everything going on for him right now, that woman who thinks she's a 10, that guy won't think she's a 10, but maybe a 4 or 5 instead. Yeah. I'm going to have to think about that for a second because I'm trying to figure out. Let me ask you this question. And the guy who you're talking about, the veteran, he is 25 years old. He's 25 or 26, I think. He actually texted us again and said he's got a good job. He's got cars. He got a house, but he doesn't lead with that. He says he's not cocky when he's meeting these women. And he's going on dates with them, but he can't find the one in his age range. His age range was 21 to 30. He can't find the right woman to settle down with. Because that's not what that age range is looking for in 2025. It's a different. Now, in 1995, you'd have been good in that age range. Just wrong decade, unfortunately. But by that, I only say that he told us he's not being cocky about his good job, his house, and this stuff. If a woman tells you she's a 10, is she really a 10? If a woman has to arrogantly tell you she's a 10 or how successful she is she really that? It's like that old saying, if I have to explain the joke to you, is the joke really funny? RD42547-7. It's Romeo. It's Hot 84.1. Hot 84.1, the rhythm of the valley is Romeo. RD42547-7. Hey, Romeo. Just like Paulina said, these women don't know the difference between a man wanting to just sleep with them and a man wanting a relationship with them. All those men commenting on their pictures just want to sleep with that woman. Yes, and they get a delusional idea of their worth because, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, but that's what I say. That's why I say the difference. Pre-social media, women had their head on a swivel, you know? They were, hey, does this guy just want to sleep with me? They actually had control more. They were actually, that's why I say this. Pre-social media, that men were the problem when it comes to relationships and being single. Women always had to have their guard up. They had to be on a swivel. You know what? Hey, what's this guy? He taking me to dinner? Is he buying me this because he just wants to have sex? Or, you know what I'm saying? But now, post-social media, here we are. These women get these delusional ideas of men wanting them for more because of the comments when you're walking around with your boobs out. But yet some guy wants to marry you and you think that is real? Or you think that guy he was looking at your eyes and not your boobs, right? Come on now. All right. But yeah, Paulina's right. You guys are right. It's Hot 94.1.